These couples make working with your spouse look easy. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 married couples who starred in movies together.
I can't pull over right now or Alex is gonna shoot both of us.
Lose them, Charlie, so that you can let me out!
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking only at couples that were married by the time the movies they were in came out. So we're not counting movies where the actors met on set and were married later, like Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I want you to know, I'm going home and I'm gonna burn everything I ever bought you.
I'll race you there, baby.
Number 10. Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, Hit and Run.
You don't think it'll be too dangerous?
No.
Kristen and Dax both have the girl or boy next door quality that makes them one of Hollywood's most relatable couples. They brought that charm to the big screen with Hit and Run, a zany relationship comedy about a road trip to Los Angeles gone horribly wrong.
Ridiculous vehicle!
Okay, I'm trying.
Written and co-directed by Dax, the movie shows off their natural chemistry. Some of the best moments occur when they're just hanging out and riffing with each other, like when they banter about a driving parrot. Their natural goofiness plays well, and we love to see a straight-up rom-com starring them.
Holy shnikes, look at this. There's a parrot driving this car. A driving parrot. Oh man, I'm gonna be rich.
Number 9. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, By the Sea.
Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to put that in my head? Huh? So you can be the victim?
Everyone knows about Brangelina meeting on the set of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but By the Sea is the far more interesting collaboration between the two. A brutal portrayal of a marriage on the rocks. The whole movie is little more than their two characters airing out their frustrations with one another in a gorgeous hotel room by the sea.
You make me sick.
It's clear to see that they're at the top of their game acting-wise, but the movie didn't make much of a splash when it was released, and was later eclipsed by rumors about their divorce. However, it's definitely worth a watch because of the topics it explores, which range from grief to infidelity.
You resist happiness.
Don't quote some book and try
You
to
don't
analyze
resist
my
happiness.
life.
Number 8. Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward, Mr. and Mrs. Bridge.
Well, look at you, drinking beer.
With one of the longest marriages in Hollywood, it's no surprise that Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward are one of the most natural couples to watch on screen. First appearing alongside each other in 1958's The Long Hot Summer, Mr. and Mrs. Bridge marked their 10th and last feature film together. In this Merchant Ivory-produced movie, they're equally matched as an aging couple grappling with changing times. Their ease with one another is captured on screen as their chemistry shines through. We only wish more Hollywood couples collaborated this well together.
Hey, what's the matter?
I'm so happy.
Number 7. Courteney Cox and David Arquette, Scream 3.
Kill.
Dewey.
The Scream franchise has given us so much, but the coupling of Courteney and David has to be one of the best things it produced, even though they're no longer together. The duo met each other on the set of the first movie, and were married by the time the threequel came out.
Hey!
Their characters, Gale Weathers and Dewey Riley, really shine in the third entry, which had a significant plot about them trying to stop a killer on the set of Stab 3, the movie within the movie. Their dynamic is fun to watch and fits in perfectly with the film's tongue-in-cheek, self-referential style.
You're not a detective, Gale.
Neither are you, Mr. Incognito.
Number 6. Annette Bening and Warren Beatty, Love Affair.
Hey, Mike Campbell.
Really? Hi, Terry.
Both Annette and Warren are considered two of Hollywood's finest actors, so it's surprising that Love Affair wasn't the critical or commercial success everyone expected. Nevertheless, at its core, it's a chance to watch this couple fall in love in a remake of 1957's An Affair to Remember, which itself was a remake of 1939's Love Affair. Despite the movie not hitting home, the scenes featuring just Annette and Warren playing off each other really show off their natural chemistry. That chemistry evidently is still going strong, since they've now been married for almost 30 years.
Want time to think it over?
Do you want time to think it over?
Absolutely not.
Number 5. Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor, Zoolander.
Why do you hate models, Matilda?
Honestly?
When they were together, Ben Stiller and Christine Taylor were definitely one of Hollywood's funniest couples. Zoolander came out a year after they were married, and the fashion satire was a smash success when it hit theaters. With Taylor playing the straight woman to Stiller's wacky, over-the-top Derek Zoolander. It's fun to watch the couple bounce jokes and hilarious lines off each other.
Earth to Matilda. This phone is as much a part of me as...
You know what? Can we just cut it out with all the Earth twos, please?
Their partnership on screen was a success, and led to plenty more, including a sequel film, Dodgeball, and Tropic Thunder. A third Zoolander isn't likely, but at least we'll always have this one.
What are you doing here, Derek? I thought you quit the business.
Haven't you heard? I'm the new face of Mugatu's Derelict campaign.
Number 4. Channing Tatum and Jenna Dewan Tatum. 10 years.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Channing and Jenna's on-screen magnetism is hard to beat. It was obvious in Step Up, but even more apparent in 10 Years, a movie that came out 2 years after they were married. In it, they play a couple who have to decide if they're ready for marriage after spending a night with high school friends. Their scenes together feel completely natural, which makes it easy to root for their characters to stay together. There's an obvious spark between them that makes it clear that no matter what the film throws at them, they will stay by each other's side, even if they didn't stay together in real life.
Do you like this car?
Yeah, I like the car. Why?
I don't know, that'd sound very fitting.
Number 3. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman. Eyes Wide Shut.
How do I look?
Perfect.
While Far and Away was the couple's first film released during their marriage, Eyes Wide Shut was far and away their best. Telling the story of a couple that gets involved in a sex cult, it's a deeply sensual and unusual film that was a creative risk for both of them. Directed by Stanley Kubrick, the risk paid off, and the film was considered both a critical and commercial success.
And at that moment, my love for you was both tender and sad.
The power of their performances can be considered career bests for both of them, which isn't always the case when married actors work together.
Why don't you tell me the rest of it?
It's too awful.
Number 2. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Ali.
Sanji.
I like that you keep saying my name.
Because I love it, girl.
Will and Jada are one of those Hollywood couples who truly seems to not only love each other, but actually like each other. So we'd love to see them star in more things together. But to date, Ali is the only collaboration we've gotten from the duo. In it, Jada plays Sonji Roy, Muhammad Ali's first wife. It's a small role for her, but boy does the film heat up when they're on screen together. They really get to the root of the problems in the marriage, and it's remarkable how much convincing work they do in so little time. Why can't we have a whole movie of them doing the same?
But you see, I know that everybody needs somebody. And I'm so grateful, baby, that I've got you.
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
So you're a private detective? I didn't know they existed except in books, or else they were greasy little men snooping around hotel corridors. Ah, you're a mess, aren't you?
They're not very tall either.
I was about to protest. I loved you.
And do it with all thy heart.
I love you with so much of my heart that none is left to protest.
He's the district attorney.
Oh, God, that is so typical.
Typical? Why?
It just is.
Well, if it doesn't work out, I'll give you a call in Oakland.
Yeah, right.
Number 1. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf?
I swear if you existed, I'd divorce you.
Liz and Dick have one of the most well-known, tumultuous love affairs in Hollywood history. And they brought that same fire to the 1966 film, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? Based off a play of the same name, they star as a married couple who host the most uncomfortable dinner party ever when they proceed to rip each other a new one in front of their guests.
You didn't do anything. You never do anything. You never miss. You just sit around and talk.
Both take a no-holds-barred approach to their roles and give the performances of a lifetime as they belittle and berate one another. The movie was a success, winning 5 Oscars, including Best Actress for Taylor.
I hope that was an empty bottle, George. You can't afford to waste good liquor. Not on your salary, not on an associate professor's salary.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.